Hello and welcome to today's episode of Engender, a beautiful place where we get to talk about the female gender, everything that has to do with the female gender. I am your host, Harriet Donguvan Chibu Eze. And in the studio with me, with my co-host, Beatrice.
Hello, welcome to Agenda. I'm Beatrice Okimbalu, and I will be your co-host.
And by my right, I have a beautiful lady with me. She is Elizabeth. Elizabeth.
Hello, thanks for having me. I am Elizabeth Oka.
All right, we'll go on a short break, and when we return, Engender continues. People on the planet, they have a lot of things that we need to talk about. And on today's episode, we're going to talk about intimate partner violence. A lot has been going on in the society lately, from marriages to relationship to personal relationship. A lot of things are happening in today's society. So we're here to talk about intimate partner relationship. But first, let's talk about what is domestic violence. Intimate partner violence can also be referred to domestic violence. So let's talk about domestic violence. Is an intimate partner. It can be defined as a pattern of behavior in any relationship that is used to maintain power and control over an intimate partner. Elizabeth, what do you think? What in your own way, what is domestic violence? What do you understand by domestic violence?
I would say domestic violence can be seen as those cohabitation in marriages, regardless of either male or female gender, in our socio-economic value, we can see
some reactions. There are some negative reactions from partners or people who are living together.
They are facing violence in one way or the other, and they don't have voices
for themselves.
Yes, for themselves. They are quiet, and they don't have who
to defend them. Okay, Beatrice, let me understand. Let me hear from you. What do you understand by violence? This issue of intimate partnership violence. What do you understand by domestic violence?
Okay. As you all know, the intimate partner violence is also known as domestic violence. It's a pattern of behavior when one person in a domestic relationship, such as marriage, cohabitation, dating, and so on, uses physical, emotional, and psychological tactics to control, intimidate, or harm the other person. That's what I know about domestic violence.
Okay, fine. Well, we're going to talk about, let's try to talk about the physical aspects of domestic violence. You know, as everything is, domestic violence is not necessarily by physical, maybe like hitting the other person. There are some persons that go through emotional violence, whereas maybe a partner is maltreating you, and maybe a silence can be another way of domestic violence, you know, and also word of mouth.
Yes.
All this depends on how you take it. I may be able to take physical violence, but you, Beatrice, may not be able to take
emotional violence.
Exactly, word of mouth. Or Elizabeth, may not be able to take
a psychological
violence and all of that. But let's talk about what are the causes of this violence. Beatrice, what do you think are the causes of this violence? Okay, fine. Let me just bring us to, you see people living together. And then they say, yeah, maybe in the name of love, let's try and bring it home. Let's bring it home. Let's not discuss it at the level of relationship alone. Let's try and bring it home. Let's say a husband and a wife have agreed to stay together as husband and wife in the name of love in quote, because if it is not love that is bringing one or two persons together, I think it's not possible that they will be able to stay together.
Exactly.
Okay, in this case, you have accepted to be with this person, and then you've moved on to stay with this person. You people are staying in the same place under one roof. Then all of a sudden, you start noticing some changes about this person, What do you really think are the causes of violence in the house?
Okay, you know, domestic violence is a complex issue with multiple factors contributing to its occurrence. But there are individual causes, which are power and control, a desire to dominate or control one another. So which happen often in the house. Sometimes the men, they want to control the women. We all know the man is the head of the family, but you don't have to put in your you don't have to
Being
put
the
in
head of the house doesn't mean you
sign
should
of control or power.
Exactly.
Making it obvious.
Leadership is not about being in control of power.
Exactly. So before you know it, it's already turning to violence. So we have low self-esteem. That was one of an individual.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Yes, because some people deal with insecurity or inadequacy leading to aggressive behavior. So they have low self-esteem. Like if they just shouted at some people, they'll be like, shh, before they know. And that shout, some can't take it. I'll just put that thing down. For example, a child that is growing up can be facing violence, and you don't even know. Just like, stop touching that thing. That's, your tone looks aggressive, and it gives a low self-esteem. Before you know, it's already, the person will be timid, will not be able to, won't be confident, not be able to speak well, or not relate with people very well outside. Those are another factors. Then the mental health issues.
Just hold it there. We're going to come to that. We will discuss that extensively, because I feel we are in a society whereby they neglect a lot of mental cases. A lot of people are going through a lot, but we refuse to admit that some persons are actually going through mental cases. But hold it there. I want us to talk about, let's go back to the points where you raised about children and maybe low self-esteem. I feel domestic violence begins at home. It's something that has to do with home.
Yes, exactly.
Imagine a home where there are children. So I feel a lot of homes that are not being mindful of the kids that are growing on under them. They are the one breeding these monsters. Let me call them monsters, because anybody who has the mind to hit another person, you are actually, though you don't have a kind heart. Yeah. So you find out where where issues are happening in the house and you are not thinking about the children going under that roof. These children grow up to feel that this is a normal thing that can happen. And then they grow up in that environment, and then they begin to feel like, when I was growing up, my father used to do this, and he was always getting away with it. So my mother used to do it. My mother used to do it, and she was always getting away with it. And then you find out that these kids grow up in that kind of environment, that kind of setting, and then they grow up to be monsters, and they feel this is a normal thing. What I want to ask is this, Elizabeth, do you think domestic violence it's something that should be embraced in the society?
No, not at all.
Okay.
I feel that domestic violence is something that needs to be dealt with in our country. And again,
especially it should be from homes.
Yes, and from in a family where there is lack of communication, where there is no respect in the partner between couples, and where they always fight each and every day. They don't relate. That is another way. That's another part of domestic violence, because there's no self-control. I would say there's no self-control in the relationship or inside the family, because their lack of I would say lack of respect, as I said,
each other, and love. I'll actually call it love, because when we're living in a house, let me call it a home. When you're in a home where there is no love, you see it lacks a lot. Disrespect steps in. People begin to talk and begin to shout at each other. Then you don't get to know where you're supposed to respect your elders. You don't get to know where you're supposed to say something when you have to say it. Yes. So I feel this is where all these things come from.
Yeah,
so like
fact,
you were saying,
morals has not been in place recently.
Exactly. Due to all this
coming children, the lack of morals a lot.
Like, growing up, I've always loved the Yoruba people. I've always loved the Yoruba people. Not that I hate, I am from Benue State, not that I hate my people, but I've always loved the Yoruba people, because you see an elder will greet another elder. So far you know that this person is older than the other person. They prostrate, they lie down. to me, I see that's the utmost respect you can give to an elder. Then there are some certain things you don't get to say to your elders.
Yes, you'll be mindful of your words.
Exactly. There are some certain things you don't get to say to your elders. Like every now and then I get to control some younger persons. Yes, I'm old. I'm older than some persons. Yeah. So every now and then I get to control to correct some younger persons. You don't get to call an elder dear.
Yes.
You don't have to. So you don't have to call an elder. You cannot see somebody who is an elder and then greet the person, or when you are talking to the person, say thank you, dear. You don't do that. There are levels and hierarchies of communications that we need to inculcate into people growing up, so that they get to understand that this is what you need to do, this is what you don't need to do. So by the time people don't understand this thing, you see that its priorities are being misplaced. So when it comes down to domestic violence, by the time a child keep watching you do all these things, they take it as a normal thing. And then they inculcate it into the society and they feel their lives is normal. When they get to meet another person out there who is trying to show a different thing, they'll say you're doing a different thing, but you're actually not doing a different thing. You're doing the right thing. Which is, I want us to talk about this mental issue.
Okay, mental issue is also one of causes of domestic violence. Untreated mental health conditions such as anger management is issues, or personality disorder. They are something that is, in fact, you might have anger management and you don't know. You just be like, I'm just not comfortable with what you said, and your reactions shows anger management. No, can't I speak my mind? The young upcoming youths, any small, they'll be like, can't I speak my mind? You're already showing sign of anger. I be like, I'm trying to speak my mind. No, the actions that comes with speaking your mind is what determine that are you doing it well, or you are not managing your anger. Because all these things deals with emotions. So it gives some mental problem, and most people did not even understand that. If you tell them, oh, you need to see a therapist, they'll be like, I'm not crazy, so you can't tell me to see a therapist. I'm not crazy. So they take it until you are going insane before you need to see a therapist. And it doesn't go like that, because anger management is really one of the issues of mental disorder, and people don't even know that. Then personality disorder is also a mental health issues that causes violence. Because especially the people who have let me digress back to anger management. Especially people who have anger management, they tend to eat a lot. They tend to make use of physical abuse a lot, more than emotional or psychological. But people with personality disorder, those are the people that we call the gaslight you. Because sometimes gaslighting can be emotional abuse. Yes. But we'll come back to that. But you see those people in anger issues, any small thing, though, if you see them shaking, just know they are looking for something to hold and smash. That's their language, hold and smash. So they are just looking for something to hold and smash. Another set of people is they just want to break you. If they don't say something to hold, let's fight one-on-one. And they did not know, they'll be like, you offend me, I want to react. Is it by true physical abuse? They make use of it a lot, and they don't know they have it's a mental health issues. I said it like, if they are telling you that, why did you have to hit the person? I'm trying to defend myself. Well, the person said the wrong thing to me or offended me. But there are better approach to it. No, that's the only approach they understand, because they have mental health issues. They don't understand dialogue. They don't understand effective communication. They don't even understand all those ones. They just understand, I'm using my hand. They understand the physical abuse.
Okay, go on.
Especially is relating to anger management, mental health. Like for let me say in economy, once you are in a family, and let me put it in a female gender, once the wife in the house or the mother, she's a wife, and she's also a worker. So someone that cannot manage stress and everything bounces back on her, cannot balance in things on one. So let me say, domestic violence, if the husband is not understanding, that's another
where
way
the problem comes from.
Another where the problem comes from. Like, she's trying to manage in between how to arrange her.
It's not easy to be a woman.
Yes.
By the time you wake up and you begin to plan, I want to make breakfast, I want to do lunch, I want to do dinner.
Yes.
By the time you're putting together and take care of your children, take care of your husband, clean the house, it's not, being a woman is not an easy thing.
Yeah, I want to relate it in an economic way. She's trying to manage financially, she's trying to manage her home.
Yeah.
And let me say, for example, the husband is not doing much. It's not
helping.
Yes, it's not helping at it. It's not both in
financially and helping in domestic house chores.
It's just trying to put everything on the woman.
It's actually tiring.
Yes.
It's actually tiring.
Yes, and it's like a reaction. That's true.
Yes, it's actually tiring.
And that is the psychological abuse.
I want us to really let's just digress. Not digress, yeah, because you made mention of fights.
Yes.
And I just want us to bring the issue of fight into the family. Lately, we have had a lot of crises in homes. Yes, a lot of homes are under, they are under a lot of stress, like you're talking about. Maybe the woman is under a lot of stress, she's trying to manage it, she's trying to do this, and then somebody else is out there who is not helping. And then maybe the man is trying to do this, the man is trying to do that. Whatever they are doing, maybe they are trying to make things work out for them. But there are homes whereby the other person is trying and the other person is not trying.
Yes.
These things are not working together. Because a situation whereby two persons are in one house, they are in one place, and then you're not trying to make something work out, it's definitely going to be very stressful.
Exactly.
So lately we've been hearing stories of marriages. There are a lot of fights going on in marriages, but there are scary ones that are happening lately. You could hear of, the other day we heard of a police officer and the wife, they killed themselves.
Yeah.
It's a terrible thing. A police officer, for that matter. The police are people that we are supposed to run to them. When you have we have an abuser in the house, or when you have somebody who is abusing you, or somebody who is saying something to you that you are not comfortable with, you should run to the police to report to them. But here we are. Come today in 2025, we have a police officer in an abusive marriage, and that has resulted to his death. He died. And from what I heard, from what I read, they said the wife first attacked him, and being a man that he is, in retaliation, he attacked the wife, and they both died. Then the question we are asking, or the question we society are asking, is what might have led to them killing themselves? Anger management. We're talking about anger management.
Yes.
It could be that the man had done something to the woman, and then the woman cannot hold herself. Then you're attacking a man. You know, anybody on this planet that I fear the most is a man. You know why? The weakest of a man, any man, the smallest of the man in a building, you should fear him. Don't touch him. If you get close to him, if his anger starts, we cannot contain
it. You can be. Exactly.
The smallest of the man in a crowd, don't touch him. Don't push him too much. So the question we are asking is, what might have led to that woman not controlling herself, getting to hit her husband in retaliation, getting to hit her back, and they are both dead? Then the question we could ask ourselves is, if they had children, what is the life of the children?
Oh, and again, they'll learn from it. I would say that they go through emotional abuse. Let me come from the woman's side. They'll go through emotional abuse.
Are you being biased?
I'm not being biased. I just want to start from the woman's side, because I'm a woman, and that's the first thing I understand. Yes, so I'm trying to understand, like, okay, if I'm in that situation, what's gonna happen? What's happening? So maybe the woman can be going through emotional abuse. One, through verbal gaslighting. No, the food is not ready. Why? You are always not making food ready. And do you know what I was doing that the food is not ready? Maybe I was going on around taking care of the kids. Our kids You understand? But because you constantly do that, it brings that love will start digressing.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
So that's another form of emotional abuse. Or sometimes you don't have a listening ear, or you are not financially buoyant. Okay, I need money for the children's school fees. I need money to buy things. Always giving an excuse down there. Infidelity. You're always from one woman to another woman, and she can see it. Who is taller today? Tomorrow who is Cynthia? And you couldn't even give an example. You know, you couldn't give. It's just a friend. Don't worry. It's just, and you can see it that no, this thing that is happening, it is not. You are not treating me well at home, and you are still going outside, breaking the marriage covenant. That is not nice. You understand me? So those things can bring anger issue. So maybe it's just they might be fighting over a cup, for example, that escalate to this matter. It may be just be like, oh, give me spoon, I'm coming. You never bring spoon on time. Why don't I bring spoon on time? When you are always going about following Cynthia, you know, from spoon moving to the infidelity. Before you know, who are you to touch my phone?
So, Beatrice, are you trying to?
I just said let's first talk come from the woman aspect.
Okay.
Now to the men aspect. Everybody know men likes to take control. Men doesn't joke with their respect. So if in your communication, in your attitude, you are not bringing that respect, you are not giving him the sign of I respect you, I give you the leadership, take control. He will retaliate. You didn't give him my respect as a man, and you know men like to take control. You are not showing submissive. You're not being submissive. Definitely he will retaliate. How can a woman slap a man? So if I'm the one, how dare you slap me, your man, your husband, the head of this family? Probably the kids are there in front of the kids. Just because I asked for a spoon, for example, you know, or just because I asked for a spoon, and from there we digest to infidelity like that, and you slap me. So you think the next stage, instead of us having a proper conversation, the next stage is eating me. According to the post, the woman hit the man first.
Which, for me, I frown at it a lot.
Yes,
I do frown at it. I understand I'm a woman, and I know that we women, we have guts.
Yes, the audacity is not here.
We get liver. The audacity is not here. So, but I really frown at that.
Exactly.
I really do frown at that. No matter who your husband is. I am on this opinion. Let's not even emphasize on the fact that the man is a police officer. Your husband is your husband.
Exactly.
Your husband is your husband. Whoever the man is that you dare to call your husband, he is your husband. Like you were saying, men love respect.
Exactly.
Just give them their respect. You see this Yoruba thing, when they do, I want to learn it.
Come get a lesson from me.
I want to learn it. So that if my husband is talking to me, I want to lie down.
Yes,
you understand? I want to lie down. So that I'll give you your respect. Yes, sir. You know my husband, when he's talking to me, I answer him, yes, sir. He doesn't know at times that yes, sir is not really from the heart. Respect. Do you understand? No, I'm just trying to tell you.
It is duty.
Yes, it's not really from the heart. But for the fact that you're calling him sa, he is okay.
Exactly. It shows that's a man woman respects me. Definitely, I will give him emotionally balanced.
Yes, that's a man for you. So for you a woman to dare to say you will hit your husband, it's a no-no for me. It's a no-no for me. So I don't accept that. I will never accept it. I will never side any woman
doing that.
What I will always tell women is, if your partner is being abusive to you, there are two things. I may say it. I don't know if this is right or wrong, but I'm just speaking my mind. There are two things. If you can't stay with that man, walk away.
Yes, leave.
Walk away.
No matter how.
Yes,
leave.
Walk away. Walk
it doesn't worth dying for.
Yes, it's like walk away. Okay, let's hold the thoughts right there. When we return, let's go on a break, and when we return, we will talk about these issues of marriages, what is happening in marriages, the mental issues happening in marriages, and how we can cope up all these things in the society and make this place a better place for all of us to stay. Thank you.
Welcome back. This is Agended, and if you are just joining us, we've been talking about domestic violence, and we've spoken about physical violence, emotional violence, and what causes it. And we've even done a case study of different violence. So, Elizabeth, what do you think about financial abuse? Because, you know, it's also part of violence. It's part of domestic violence. So what do you think about financial abuse? It comes in different aspects, from controlling money, withholding money, or exporting resources. So what do you think about that?
So I'll say financial abuse is when one partner abuses or exploits each other accounts, when they are not being truthful to themselves, when they're when they are not trustworthy, you know, both financially, when you have a joint account, and the other one, like each partner will be saying they don't like the accounts are meant only for them, you know what I'm saying?
Just
like,
one person instead of
just
both
for
of
one
them.
person, yes. Like they are not being, they are just, if they are, let me just say, financial abuse is like when a couple is trying their best not to give their more like
the money is coming from one-sided person, and then the other person is spending the money anyhow, or not.
Both parties are being stingy. I'll put it,
selfish
to each other, and they are not telling the truth of how they spent their resources.
Okay, or being straightforward.
Yes.
Okay. So Arid, what do you know? I want to
financial abuse, you said?
Yes, financial abuse.
Financial abuse. Well, in the society these days, there's something they try to call joint accounts.
Yes.
Which some of us don't really believe in it.
I don't see a problem in joint accounts.
My money is my money.
No.
My husband's money is my money.
Your husband's money is your money.
My money is my money. My husband's money is also my money. Yeah, that's even my own. My husband's money is also my own.
So what's the husband's money?
My husband doesn't have money. His money is mine.
Okay.
Yes, I will be the one to ensure that some certain things are done. I'm not being biased. I am not being biased.
Are you sure you are not being? No.
I am not being biased. See,
Elizabeth, let's just what you think about, no, just a little. No, thank God you said that, because your husband doesn't have money for himself. What about how is he going to cater for himself? Because if you are in charge, you are taking control. I know we've talked about abuse. A part of abuse is taking control and power. Are you not taking control in financial aspects like that?
No, I'm not taking control. If you can accuse me, listen, you can accuse me of taking control of my money and my husband's money if I am diverting that money and doing something different other than solving the problem of the family.
Okay.
Let's say between me and my husband, I am the better manager of resources.
Yeah.
I know what the family should get at this time. Yes, we will have a discussion. We will definitely have a discussion. But I believe in whoever manages money better, the money should be given to the person. There are some spouses that spend money a lot, you know.
Yes.
There are some that spend money a lot. So if you're not careful, you actually have a problem with your spouse if you're not careful. So it's better in marriages, let's identify who can be this, who can be that. Let's know our weaknesses and let's know our strengths.
Okay, if you're coming from that aspect, that is not bad. Yeah. That's not bad. But I don't see a problem with joint accounts. So tell me your reason why.
It's not as if I see a problem with joint accounts anyway. It's not as if I see a problem with joint accounts anyway, but I'm just trying to be very careful. I am a woman. I try to be very careful in everything I do. I am not saying the man or most men out there will not be able to like stick to the joint account thing and all of that. But I'm not really party to the joint account thing.
Okay.
I'm bringing in my money, the family is going to use it. You are bringing in your money, the family is going to use it. We have a project. We know we have a project, and we're going to attend to this project. We don't necessarily need to go and remove money from here and put here. Do you understand? So I don't really believe in limiting myself, limiting my resources to a particular place whereby if my husband is not signatory to that account, I will not have access to withdraw that money. Do you understand what I'm telling you?
Yes.
So I want to be free to use money when I have to use it. So far, you are using it to solve the problem of the house. I feel what brings about financial abuse is the fact that the other person is diverting those funds for a different purpose.
Yes.
And that's what brings problem. Or perhaps if the money is coming from one side, let's say the man
More
is
than
the
the
person
other
bringing.
side.
In most cases, when you get to hear about financial abuse, the woman is always
At fault.
she's always at fault.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's just, I think one just needs to strike a balance. One just needs to strike a balance on that. Know your weaknesses and know your strengths, and then let this person manage this. Let this person manage this. Let's say I'm good at bring in the money. I will plan and execute projects. You are good at just working and bringing in money. Me, I'm good at executing projects. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes, that's
Most at
possible.
times, again, when couples or families or homes tend to have financial abuse, it's a situation whereby the woman is the one bringing money into the house more than
A
the
lot,
man.
yes.
You know, we are women. Let's be honest with ourselves. Yes. We know that a man is a provider. Even the Bible says so. The man is supposed to be the provider. But the society has made it in such a way now that you find that you're trying to see women trying to provide for the house. Women are playing roles that they're not supposed to play. Why? Because maybe the society has made the man, something has happened. You understand? And then we women, we don't have the sustenance to keep providing. I'm a woman, I'm just trying to be honest.
Yes, at
We
a time you
are
will
trying to be,
get tired of.
So by the time you get
continuous
to do
provision.
this, get to do this, that woman nature in you will begin to rise, and then it will begin to, Mother Nature will begin to remind you that Beatrice,
that's not
you
your
can't
job.
continue doing this, Elizabeth, I can't continue doing this. Mother Nature will start to remind you that you can't continue doing this. Then there's a way we react. We don't have control at times. So by the time a woman, you get it over here and then it gets too much, then you begin to react. Then your reaction is terrible. It's terrible.
Exactly.
So, yes, I feel that is where financial abuse normally
Comes in.
from. Exactly.
Okay. Both of you have said most of it about the financial abuse, but there's this another aspect. Exploiting resources
Okay.
is also part of financial abuse. You understand? Just because okay, let's come back to the relationship people. You are dating a rich guy, so you see that, oh, this guy get money, so you started exploiting the resources. Today you want to buy a wig of 150,000. Tomorrow you want to paint your nails, the nail, you want to make sure you do acrylic nails of 20,000. That unnecessary.
Beatrice, when you
Today
are
my
saying
friend's
that,
party, tomorrow
Beatrice,
my
wait,
friend's
wait,
hang
wait,
out.
wait, you saying that?
Tomorrow, you get my point.
When you are saying that, something came
unnecessary-
to my mind. Recently, a girl died and she was trending on Facebook and all of that, just because of 10,000.
You see?
This exploitation you're talking about, just because of 10,000 naira. She asked for TP from the particular said guy, and the guy sent her money for her to come over to see the guy. She didn't come. Whether she blocked the guy, she was not in communication
So
with
they
the guy
traced
again.
her.
Yes. No, the guy didn't even trace her. The guy went to Babalao,
Try.
afflicted her with a particular disease, and the disease caught her, and then she died.
You see? You see the repercussion is
Exactly.
even bad.
That's
So,
one thing.
Like what my mother
in
said,
relation
like what my
abuse,
mother said,
yes,
her
yes.
mother told her, it's not all men you see out there that are human beings.
Now, so that's true.
So some of them are actually very angry. Yes, they may have their reasons for being angry, You understand? Because you can never tell what that guy went through to go and get that money.
The 10,000, yes.
So why do we exploit them anyways? You don't love this person. Why are you exploiting
Even
people?
if you love the person, or in the name of relationship, and you felt that, okay, this guy is capable, let me exploit. You know, you don't have to. If it's not necessary, don't feel entitled about someone else's money.
Exactly.
I don't like it, male or female. Don't feel
Be it
entitled.
male or female, exactly.
Yes, don't feel entitled to. If they give, is a privilege. Appreciate it.
It's not
Just
an
say
obligation.
Thank you. Yes, it's not a must.
You know,
It's choice.
some ladies, they tend to be, let me say, independent of their own self, and this thing, both financially, they tend to be independent. Because for example, I've seen my, let me use my sister as an example. She tends to be independent. She don't tend to wheel her this thing on one shoulder, that because of so needs, she cannot buy so things.
Trust me, girl, that is the
No.
best
That's
thing. That is, women needs to be financially independent.
Yes, you need it.
Every woman needs to be financially independent. Yes, we are collectors. Yes, I'm a collector. You're a collector. As women, yes, men have to give us. Do you understand? But let the truth be told, every woman needs to be financially independent, so that you can be able to buy whatever you have to buy.
Exactly, and you
Foot your
have
bills,
to resort to
eat
exploiting.
whatever you want to eat. You don't necessarily need to go out there and exploit a man. These are the issues that come up. There are anger issues set in, and then a lot of problems begin to come in. She collected this from me, she didn't do this, and all of that. Of course, you're collecting from a man, you need to pay.
Yes, it's not free.
It's not for free.
It's not free.
Because they are suffering before they are getting their money too. So it's
Yes,
not for free.
they work hard for it. So if you're going to benefit from that, then you need to do some workings for that money.
Let's talk about this other issue of marriage. We're still talking about domestic violence, yeah? We're still talking about domestic violence, abuse at homes and abuse in relationship or in marriages and all. There's also an issue that is trending about a man that killed his wife. No, set his wife on fire.
Yes.
And the brother-in-law. I read, and they said it's due to cheating.
Infidelity.
The wife, yes, infidelity. The wife cheated on the man, and out of anger, the man set her ablaze, and then she killed her. And then they said the brother-in-law as well. Then the question I want to ask is, Beatrice, does anybody have a right to take one's life for not being faithful to a spouse?
No, I don't think so. Irrespective of the offense, you are not the giver of life, so you shouldn't take that. There are many things to go about it. There are many things to do. You can walk away.
Exactly.
I know it's painful, because cheating is a big deal. Let's be sincere. It's a big deal.
It's a write-off.
Yes, it's something of emotions, and don't joke with someone's emotion. Don't even try it. Don't joke with someone's emotion. You understand me? So, and when you say an emotion setting, that is when your brain should reset that. Anger will comes in. So that's where maybe you have mental health issues or not.
Or the person is taking alcohol. This alcohol, all these things are issues, attributions.
Because personality disorder major basically on the emotional trauma
aspects
that gives the personality disorder. So I'm sure the more we have anger management issues or some other mental health issues, personality disorder, that he thought the only thing is, we died here, let's just kill ourselves. You've cheated on me, I'm going to kill you. The brother-in-law that knows about it, I'm going to kill him too. I'm sure if he knows the person is cheated with, he will kill the person too.
But it's wrong.
And it's wrong.
I feel it's wrong.
Totally
it's hurtful.
wrong.
Like you're saying, it's hurtful.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
Cheating
awful.
is really, really being treating your spouse as if the person is nothing.
Exactly.
Then the question I get to ask is this: if you think the other person is better than this person you're with,
why don't you
go and be with that person?
Yes.
Yeah, maybe in a Christian way, religion preaches against divorce. They say do not divorce. You understand? But why stay in such an abusive place and then keep doing things that are very toxic to that relationship?
Yes.
So should we continue in this line where they say this person is doing something different from what? Okay, let me just call a spade a spade. A woman is cheating on her husband, and then because religion is saying, the church is saying, do not divorce, then a Christian woman is cheating on a Christian brother, then a Christian brother should stay there.
No,
is that what we're saying?
You know, see,
Can't.
don't let us even go to the aspect of that, the religious side, because I've listened to some counselings, to some words from the pastors, and they were like, it can be resolved. Unfaithfulness can be resolved, and I felt,
how is that? How is that possible?
because
When the person is
they are
greatly
against
hurt.
divorce. Yes, but it's emotional trauma. Those are the things that later leads to marital issues. That's why I said I don't want to go into it, because I don't want to offend any. We don't want to start saying.
No, we are not offending
the Bible
people.
said
Here
this.
we are.
The Bible said that.
Here we are.
We don't want to contradict the Bible
we
here.
are here. No,
But
I do
let's
not
lay
know
the
much about the
facts.
Bible, but we are here to try and talk about some of these issues. What is your opinion? What is my opinion? How can we go about these things?
Exactly. So
How can we go about these things?
if Christianity is saying divorce is a no, is a no situation, and issues like that, if there is constant cheating, you did it the first time. Let's say, okay, they talked to both of you, you went to counseling, it was remorseful, you let it go, because women has that forgiving spirit. We are born that way. We are built up that way. You let it go. It happens again. You're not telling me that divorce is a no. Like, the person that did it, doesn't he knows that divorce is a no? Was he supposed to be doing like that?
No, one thing I want to put is, let me say, self-control. If one doesn't have any self-control,
Exactly. See, irresponsible.
My concern is the fact that
the reasons why you did that.
I'm on the opinion.
It's on the opinion that-
I'm on the opinion, Daba.
Should you
If
say
you know
because they
yourself,
said divorce is
yes,
a no?
if they say divorce is a no, and then one thing again that can actually just get me angry is, you know who you are. Let's say the other day, who is this guy? This guy in the music industry.
Which one?
The one that made Tiwa Savage.
Don Jazzy.
Don Jazzy. Don Jazzy came out and said he cannot be with one woman.
So did you marry?
I think he got married and divorced, but
Yes.
the man on up.
Yes.
So what if people are that honest?
Yes, so that we don't keep hurting his
Yes.
wife.
What if people are that honest with themselves? What if a woman comes up and say, I can't be with one man? Be honest with yourself.
Oh.
Then you don't go ahead to get married.
In
But-
advanced country
yes.
now, it's
No,
happens.
yeah, you don't go
can
ahead to get
more than
married.
one wife. They
If
call
you
it,
want to get married, let the
monogamy.
man know. Let the man know that I can't be with one man. So if the man is comfortable in that kind of a situation, he will say, okay,
Carry on.
carry on. Let me marry you. Let's stay together.
And other people
Yes,
too.
I know.
Other
marry
people too should
together.
come into that marriage. Do you understand what I'm saying? I really frown at the fact that a woman can be in her husband's house and go
kill
out there to cheat.
And you still come back saying
And then
the
you still
devil's
come back
work.
to
How?
your husband.
How?
This woman has provoked that man. The man did not just go ahead setting her on fire, which
Exactly.
is wrong. Which is wrong. The man went ahead and set the brother-in-law on fire, which is very, very wrong.
Very wrong.
We have lost 2 souls that were not supposed to die.
Just because of cheating.
We have lost 2 souls.
The one
Okay,
that didn't
before
do
we
anything.
go, what is your advice, Elizabeth? What is your advice on to abusers?
My candy advice for abusers should try to less anger, because anger is just for a second. Once 5 minutes just pass, once you do something and you know that thing is wrong, and the let me say the offender did not get it right,
Yeah.
once the anger subside, you will remember what he did.
Okay,
so then my candy advice to them is for them to reduce less of anger and try to be reasonable, to be understanding.
Okay.
And for that understanding to take place, your way of communication.
Yeah.
Yes,
very important.
It's very important.
Yes, you need effective.
Okay, so Beatrice, what word do you have to advise to our abusers?
So let me just say a few words. Everybody deserves respect, safety, and love. So in your relationship, you all deserve that. But if you're experiencing domestic abuse, I just want you to know that you are not alone. Please seek support. Talk to someone about it. And if it's life-threatening, leave. Please walk away. Your life is too precious to stay in an abusive marriage or relationship or anywhere the abuse is coming from. That's just what I have to say.
All right. The only thing I have to say to our abuser out there, you are not alone. No one deserves to be abused. It's not your fault. So if anyone is being abusive to you, if anyone is behaving in a way that is not supposed to behave in that manner, it is not your fault at all. So do not blame yourself for anybody's misbehavior or misconduct. Do not blame yourself. Like Beatrice has rightly said, if you are facing abuse out there, I think you should report to the nearest police station. I think there are also agencies.
Yeah, there are NGOs.
There are NGOs, not just NGOs. I think the government also have their own agencies. Yes. They can go. Minister of Women Affairs, what do we have them anyways? They should have a room there that they can welcome such cases.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's go to them. If you are out there and you are facing any abuse in any form, both in your marriage, in your life, in your relationship, ensure to go out there and report to someone. Let someone know. We need to save the society. We need to save the planet. Thank you so much. Until next time, we'll meet here again to continue to talk about gender. We'll continue to talk about things that have to do with the female folks until we know the planet is safe and every woman out there is safe.